them around.
I'm sitting here because I'm interested. Are you interested in what Vidhi is talking?
No, you don't have to. You can go walk
Why
around.
are you sitting here?
Jamila.
Actually, you're thinking, then it's fine.
You can do something also. There's lots of things around. So, we started Shikshanter with basically 4 or 5 basic beliefs that we felt were very important to explore. The first was that we believe that each human being is creative. And we really feel that today what's going on is that we're not being able to explore that creativity in each human being. So the core belief is that each human being is creative and we need to let that person explore their creativity. The second core belief is that we believe that today what's going on is that schools are branding a lot of people as failures or dropouts, and we feel that that's very dehumanizing. So we need to actually challenge that. We feel that every human being is multi-talented and need to explore their creativity. So how can we create a space for every human being of any age, from any background? So that starts with this whole, our questioning of what is education then today. Because we feel today education has been very narrowly defined to just schooling and college. So how can we expand that? I mean, for us, it's a very big question. I mean, when we start saying people who don't go to school are uneducated, we feel that's, it's a gali actually to tell people ki aap shikshit nahi ho. People who are living in the villages have been, creating more knowledge than we are actually. And they've been living with that knowledge. So we want to challenge what basic education assumptions about education are and schooling are. Then the third belief is that we wanted to create a space where we could learn from our mistakes. In schools and colleges, you're not allowed to learn from your mistakes. आप गलती करोगे तो आप हारो. हमको लगता है that we have to create spaces where we can constantly experiment and make mistakes and learn from our mistakes. And it's a part of living and learning. And the other core, very big thing that we want to challenge is that this hierarchy of knowledge that has been created today. That, a person who's sitting in an office and sitting on a desk and working can make thousands of rupees in a day, and a person who's working in the field or cleaning your roads and sweeping can make only 100 rupees a day. So why is there such hierarchy? Or a doctor who's making thousands of rupees sitting on a table, while a sweeper who's doing as equally amount of job, he's getting only 100 rupees, and wo bhi bada mushkil se we look down upon these whole things. So how can we start valuing and also appreciating the different kinds of knowledge that exists around us? So that's one more core belief. So here you'll have people from all walks of life coming in. We feel that each human being should be able to explore their multiple intelligences, not just कि आप स्कूल में पढ़ लिए तो आप शिक्षित हो. And one more strong belief is that no learning is possible unless we unlearn. Today there is no space for unlearning. So how do we constantly create spaces for learning and unlearning? Because हमारे दिमाग में इतना भूसा भर दिया है कि this is the way the world functions and you have to fit into this. Only then can you be successful. Then are you a good human being. So we have to define what Swaraj means for us. We have to define what a good life is for us, and we have to define and also take our own learning into our own hands. We don't want to be dependent on the state or the government or any NGO. Every human being has the capacity to self-design their learning, just as nature is doing. Nature is also self-designing constantly, so why human beings also have that capacity? So this is a space where people can do that. Simple. Core beliefs are these principles. And then because we had a background, both me and Manish had worked a lot with development agencies and education projects, we were very clear that we didn't want to work like any other NGO or any other funding agency. So we decided that we would explore different ways in which spaces could be created. So this space is more or less being created on gift culture. We don't take any funding or any project from any government or donor agency. This is mostly individual run. So we made a very conscious, because we had worked with funding agencies. Manish worked with the World Bank, UN. I had worked with big development agencies in Delhi. And I realized that when you start taking funding, then you're doing what they're asking you to do. And you're just writing reports for them at the end of the day. So he said, rather than that, let's do what we really want to do. Paisa aayega to aayega, chalega. And for the past 15 years, we've been able to create amazing things purely on gift culture. In fact, the whole concept of Swaraj is also gift culture. We don't really want to take money from any agency for that. It's people who can give as much as they want. There are some people who can't afford it, so other people can support them in their learning process, and then they can, share their gifts the way they want to share. So some core beliefs that, we feel that a lot of unlearning had to happen for us also. Because we had also gone through the mainstream education, college, all the things, and our upbringing had never let us actually raise questions about our lifestyles. The core was that at least if you call yourself an educated human being, then you should be thinking about your lifestyle, what you're doing to the planet, what kind of ecological footprint you have, or what you're leaving for your children. Nobody is asking कि हम अभी जो कर रहे हैं उससे आने वाली generation को क्या फर्क पड़ने वाला है. So, what does it mean to be an urban citizen also? Where people in cities don't care about what they're doing. So we chose consciously to be in a city, and we said because in villages we don't feel there's a problem. Villages, people are living peacefully, they're not harming the environment the amount we are, the way we are. And they still have knowledge intact. They're still doing a lot of things in which their whole body is being used there. I mean, the scenario is changing as schools are going in and, the state is getting in. But otherwise, people are pretty much self-sufficient also. Now this whole market, globalized system has changed a lot of things in there. So we say that actually, जो बच्चे स्कूल नहीं जाते हैं वो सबसे ज़्यादा हमारा सबसे ज़्यादा hope ही उनसे, because they are going to be thinking of creative things. So that's our core belief, and we started this also because we felt that we wanted to explore our own learning with our child, because if we were doing other mainstream jobs, then we would never be able to appreciate our own family life and what it means to us.
Is there a specific vision